All right, let's get this started.
Let's get this started.
Let's get this party started.
Let's get this party rolling. Let's make
get
it
this
happen.
party rolling. Let's get this party started. And the way we're going to get it started is I'm going to explain one more time, just in case anyone has joined us in the last few moments. Here is how we're going to do it. Hello, we are Aunty Donna, and this is a commentary of episode 3 of Aunty Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun on Netflix. The way this commentary works is you have to go to your own Netflix account. You have to search for Aunty Donna or Aunty Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun. You have to then go to episode 3, push it back to the start, so it's on 00.00, and then we are going to count down from 6. And when I say go, not 1, but go, we're going to press play, and you're going to double screen it. And on one screen, you're going to have the lovable boys of Aunty Donna telling you all about Aunty Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun. Mm-hmm. And on the other screen, simultaneously, you're going to have Aunty Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun playing. Boys, have I missed any details in that there description?
You did that beautifully.
No.
You did that perfectly as a pizza delivered to you by Domino's.
Absolutely, yeah. Also, get some Domino's if you want. There is a Domino's deal.
Get the Aunty Donna deal.
The Aunty Donna deal.
Now at Domino's in Australia.
Best to watch. You eat it, you watch our show.
I've never had a better time than when I've been eating Domino's and watching Aunty Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun. It changed my life.
You could alternatively watch our show, eat the combo.
Let's do this thing.
Yeah, let's do this. Ready? You boys ready?
Okay, so is everyone ready? You've got it all lined up. We're going to count down from 6. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Netflix.
And there's that beautiful Netflix N that comes up at the start of every episode. Classic Netflix move there.
Yeah. The title, yeah. So this was originally a sketch about a real person.
You paused it.
Oh no, I paused it. This is gonna be okay.
This is a real sketch about a real person, but we had to legally change it. You may have seen us perform this live, and we found out quite late in the process that there would be legal repercussions if we did name it after that person. So we decided to make it a fictional person. They're all lovely extras there.
There's a person.
Yeah.
I'm sitting next to some of the extras. We got some really interesting ones here. We have one of our producers' mother-in-law and father-in-law, which is very exciting. Next to me is Kate. Kate was Ed Helms' assistant and was there with us all the way through meeting Ed and his production company and pitching the show. That's Kate sitting right next to me.
Look at the guy behind.
The guy behind is fantastic. He was the father of one of our crew members.
Oh, that's some good acting there. He's doing a lot of this.
And then all the way to the left, you'll see she's cropped a lot of the times, but it's in the back row next to the lady with the black hair. Is an Aussie. She's from Australia. She was a huge fan. I think it was like her last day in LA, and she managed to be able to get a part of the show, be a part of the show. She was very excited. If you're watching, hello, thank you for being there for that.
Because this character is not based on in any way. Legally, we're not allowed to say this, but because there are other big television clairvoyants from the mid-2000s, we wanted this character to be dressed in atrocious mid-2000s clothes. Fun fact about the types of T-shirts that were in fashion in the mid-2000s is they're very unflattering, mm-hmm. and they don't look very good.
We spent a lot of time editing this. Max and I were sitting there looking at this and doing side screens and flicking around because it was a live sketch and we had to try and find the energy of it for the screen. But two very good performances, very in sync. And is that a wig, Mark, or is it just your hair done?
No, that's a wig. But that was
Callback.
a wig I was okay with. Here comes a
Becca's
little
very good
callback.
at wigs. I hope that your feelings about wigs have
Okay.
shifted a little bit, Mark, since Becca's work on the wigs.
I am not acting at all in any of this. I'm just not acting. If you look at the start, anytime you look at me, I'm not acting.
This is my
Because,
favourite bit.
tell the story, Mark.
This is my favorite bit. I think hot dogs are hilarious. I wanted to get a hot dog joke into this. Broden was like, "What are we doing with the hot dogs?" Zach and I were like, "Oh, we haven't prepared anything. We're just gonna like go with the flow and see what happens." And I can't believe this bit didn't get cut. I was always like, every time I put this plot forward, I was like, they're gonna cut the hot dog bit. They didn't. And then we got there on the day, and Zach and I did this kind of shit, like rubbing the hot dogs in Broden's face.
Do you know my second saddest cut in the entire show is I can't even remember it because I did it once and then it was in a cut and then it was gone. Was me using the hot dogs and drumming on you guys, going, "Remember, everything's a drum."
You smacked them on my head.
I was just remembering a sketch from earlier in the series, which is quite funny.
Kia,
Kia's very funny.
oh god, she just came in and just so understood what we were going for, and her energy was incredible. And there's this great bit coming up that is so this scene originally ended how we wrote it. I think it just ended on, I can't even remember how it ended when we wrote it, but Zach improvs this amazing bit where he goes, I challenge you to a wrestling match, and that was funny, and we were like, oh, that's funny. And then Kia just did it. She just jumped on the bed and started beating the crap out of us. And then it made it into the cut. And we're like, that's perfect. That's what I mean by understanding our energy.
Wrestlers get our energy.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people think these opening titles are animated, but they're actually makeup.
We shot those in the spring.
We had to fight hard to get this I do a little look back to camera, and that was lots of note sessions where you have to cut this, and we refused.
Someone told me that was one of their favorite bits of the show. I've seen
looking
that.
back at the camera.
Yeah. Just that little detail.
God, this whole episode is unflattering outfits, isn't it? It's just like, how
Very
many
much so.
unflattering outfits can we get everyone in? It's just
I would say this is probably one of my favorite of the brand new sketches. There's a lot of brand new sketches in this show. But this is one of my absolute favorites because it's so, I don't know why. We're just saying drink piss a lot, and it's just really funny to me. I don't know.
As the character, I decided that to give the character a bit of difference to everything else I did. I decided the character didn't look at anyone. He never gives eye contact to anyone. He just looks off into the ether and just like glazed over. And that's my note for him. And I tried to speak as fast as I humanly could and as low and still as I possibly could. And this is genuinely, out of anything else in the series, I spent the most time fucking practicing this because there's just so much finicky little words.
Yeah.
And because it's about drinking piss, you kind of need to juxtapose it with like sincerity, like it needs
groundedness.
legitimacy.
It needs an anchor. Yeah.
So like all this ADA shit and like all these long, I'm gonna take it to a prohibited substance, like it needed all of that, which very rarely our shit needs. But I spent so much fucking time doing it.
It's actually it's incredibly difficult as an actor. I always find it really frustrating sometimes when you've been cast in something and you turn up to set and they need you to do something physically along with the lines they haven't told you about beforehand. It happened to me on an ad once. It was like I had one line and then they were like, now we also need you to flip this iPad while standing like a meter above the ground. Don't drop it because it'll break and we only have one and you need to flip it in a specific way. And it's like, that shit takes time. And Broden, you did a brilliant job doing the lines.
The cocktail was really finicky.
Yeah.
Can I say my favorite gag is the one that's playing right now? It was kind of by accident in my mind. Was the I drink piss was just an escalation joke in the script. And it wasn't until, for me at least, we were on set that I was like, oh, he's going to be wearing the I drink piss bib during his serious monologue. And that like visual contrast for me is my favorite thing is this.
That guy walking off in the background over there that's coming up. He that's a member of the crew.
Who was your body double, Brendan.
Also, I'm sorry, who are you? Mark was improvised.
I love it. No, was it? No, that was written, wasn't it? I thought that was written.
I'm pretty sure it was improvised. Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was written.
No, maybe it was written, but it wasn't gonna it was on the line about whether we would include it.
Oh, it might have been an alt.
Right.
It might have been an alt.
That's right. No, I remember we added it, and people were like, "That doesn't make any sense." It was like last minute in the writing. It was a last minute joke, and it was very contentious.
Yeah.
Talk about jokes that are in this for like 10 people. Steve is one of our good friends from university, Spencer. He's an actor. He lives in Adelaide, and it's just his headshot. And as we were doing this and trying to make this song work, we were just like, let's just make him Spencer. So
let's just put our friend.
And I messaged Spen. I said, "Do you own that photo of yourself? And would you mind if it popped up somewhere?" He was like, "Okay." We didn't tell him about it.
And then it made it into the trailer, which I loved.
The actor playing the part of Broden is a guy named Broden Kelly.
Yeah, that's me there.
Yeah, we got him in to play Broden for he was there for most days, and he was so fun. He was so funny.
That's Zach.
That's me. I'm here, man.
Yeah, Zach's flipping on a dime, Broden. Zach's doing the flip on a dime. He's gone goofy. He's gone silly.
Gone goofy, gone silly. But what I'm saying is that we got Broden in. I think it was your recommendation, Broden.
It's me. I'm the guy in the show.
We're
not doing bits here. We're just talking about the bits. We don't do bits when we're talking about the bits.
We can do bits on the bits.
This is a bit on a bit. Talking about a bit on a bit. This whole thing is a bit on a bit, which I really like. I love this joke, and I love the runningness of this joke. And it was very satisfying to see it play out in episode. I think it's episode 5 is the next time we revisit it. We do it twice in a year, and then we revisit it in episode 5. It's just such a weird joke. It's such a weird joke.
He's setting up this visual language that if it's one of us wearing a wig, it's not us anymore. And then to come round to, no, sometimes it is.
Sometimes it's in one very specific instance. We're doing sketch characters, not necessarily in a sketch show. I'm trying a character.
This could be my favorite sketch in the series.
A lot of people. So what has been interesting about the show is I've just heard, like, it feels like almost every person who I talk to has a different favorite sketch, which is really cool and really exciting. I think has been for me, but a lot of people have said this one.
We filmed all of this. This isn't a real old basketball footage. A lot of people think we found old basketball footage, but this isn't actually how the game was. It was a lot more like basketball. This is sort of an imagined sort of interpretation of basketball.
It's the most fun sketch to shoot as well, I reckon. We're just running around. It was a lovely afternoon, and we just ran around in suits.
Really nice
and
day.
The cameramen are at the top of a ladder.
Here's Jack Quaid from The Boys and the sketch group Sasquatch. Check them out on YouTube. They're really great. They've done some really great stuff. But because they all live in Hollywood, they've all got very successful individual careers because there's work there. So they don't have a lot of time to do their sketch comedy because they're all doing such great things individually. But it was so great hanging out with them.
This joke of waving, Broden is obsessed with old footage.
I just kept doing it just all day. It wasn't planned or written.
Whenever you see old footage, all that you ever see is just the people are just so confused and like, fuck, there's a camera here. So we actually don't know how people really were in like 1900. We just know what they were like when the camera was around. Which is funny to me.
One of my favorite things. Favorite things. I can't remember what I was going to say. What my favorite thing was. It's gone. I've lost it. My brain's fried.
Sam Lingham just told that actor to just come in, just run in and get the ball, just to run in. Sam just goes, go get the ball.
That's true. That surprised us.
She came in and just ran off.
I remembered I remembered, and I don't know why I said it was one of my favorite things. Definitely wasn't. It's just a thing that happened. But it's always interesting on the day. So originally we had the hats. You'll see we were given the hats and we were given the guns. And then we got in trouble for having the guns because we didn't have like the proper licenses. So they took the guns away and we only had 2 guns. And I remember thinking on the day, oh no, the sketch is ruined. We're supposed to have guns every time we go to war, and there was supposed to be enough guns, and you stress about that shit so much. And that was in my head so much. And then it comes together, it's like, it doesn't matter. It goes out, it gets edited, it goes out, it fucking doesn't matter. None of that shit matters. No one notices.
This is not a real hospital, but it is Michelle, our friend Michelle, who most people know. She's in all of our stuff. She came over. It was like lots of visa stuff that had to take place for her to be able to do this. I think the visa was approved like 2 days before this, and then she got on the plane and came over and was on like 4 hours sleep here and did an incredible job.
Did like 2 days and then went home, I think. Like she was only in LA for like a couple of days.
Yeah, both her and Ben were very jet lagged in some of the scenes they were in. I also want to note the I pulled my hamstring was a very silly joke, and one that's there like as a good beat. And then that was one of the jokes the Netflix is a joke marketing team decided to pull out and publish as a tweet. And I thought, oh no, this is a bad joke.
I fought real hard to have this bit in.
Yeah,
I've broken on the bike. I love that bit so much. I fought real hard to have it. It made me laugh every time.
He does love that bit. I remember about this is the art department. Each character that we would bring in, the first thing we'd do is go and fuck with the skeleton in the corner. And every time you'd touch it, the head would fall off, and it would be a fucking nightmare for the art department to have to put back up and figure out. And so everyone
we really upset Lindsay, the set dresser.
Please don't touch the skeleton.
I think it took Lindsay like 25 minutes to get the head back on at one point.
Please don't touch the fucking skeleton. Every time you come and go, what's this here? Let me touch this.
Each person. I was the last to come in, and it was like all 4 of you were like, no. I
just wanted to fucking touch that. Yeah, no, I think you went to do it naturally. Like you weren't aware of the don't touch the skeleton stuff.
No, I didn't know. It was just this. I was the last of the people to be folded into the don't touch the skeleton. Also the shark hat thing that was made by our costume department. I've received a lot of messages being like, where can I get the shark
hat? A lot of people love that. It's a short episode, isn't it?
Nice and tight.
And the plot is we prepare for the Olympics, we win the Olympics. That's the plot. This visual gag here, the bonsais, is not as clear as I would like it to be. I wish it was so much clearer that they were dead. It's kind of clear, but in my head, I saw it differently.
It's hard because we don't sit in the shot. Maybe we needed to sit in the shot. I don't know. It's a hard one. It
was one of those ones that...
But the close-up of Zach, I think, sells it.
Yes.
But I'm just always so drawn to the performances. I don't see the other stuff. I love Broden's face and I love Zach's face.
I love this ending so much. We talked a bit in episode 2 commentary about how much we love an ending that doesn't fucking make sense.
Yeah.
This is just layer on layer on layer of completely unearned pluses.
And just like, this was a complete coincidence. And we messaged them to talk to them about it. But there's another show on Adult Swim called Three Busy Debras. And they do kind of the same ending in their show, the Three Busy Debras, and we're like, oh no, just like 2 different absurdist groups on the other side of the world both came to the conclusion that it's really funny for it's to suddenly be Christmas and everyone be celebrating Christmas at the end of a narrative. It was very funny. I laughed a lot.
Don't feel the need to skip to the next episode, everyone. Let's watch the credits, have some fun, maybe order your Domino's. No rush to
Let us know if your Domino's has arrived. If you ordered it and if it has arrived.
It's also
worth noting very quickly, Domino's is best eaten as part of a healthy diet.
It's
Absolutely.
a decadent treat. It's a decadent treat to mix things up. You know what I'm saying?
Don't do a supersize me on Domino's. Don't do
It's
it.
part of a healthy diet.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a
does-
treat. Think of it.
Aunty Donna.
Aunty Donna's big old house of fun. We hope you're liking season 1. If not, get fucked and leave your dog. Just joking, please keep watching. Aunty Donna's big old house of fun. We hope you're liking season 1. If not, get fucked and leave your dog. Just joking, please keep watching.